It's live.
We're live.
Hey,
We
we're
almost
live.
missed it because we were just talking and then didn't realize what time it was.
Yeah, that's true. How are you doing today?
I am a little bit under the weather, but recovering. And yeah, I don't know. I had fun looking at all of the submissions for the Honcathon. Um, so I don't know, a little energized by that, let's say. How are you, Nella?
Yeah,
How are you?
I'm doing great. As you said, I had fun with the Honcathon submissions this week. It was so cool to see so many different projects and also the whole effort people put into it on different levels. And it was, first I was like, oh my God, this is great. I enjoy it so much. And then we came to the point where it was like, oh, now we have to pick someone. And it was
Yeah,
becoming like this whole situation of, oh, can we not be like, yeah, but that's part of it, I would say. Picking winners, and I would say we can keep that today very short, but I hope that some of the people who build something, maybe we come with you on a stream and you explain a little bit more on your projects, because yeah, I'm not the best person to talk about your projects. It's basically you are all. And yeah, Brett, which category should we start with? What do you think?
Bull. Maybe we can start with web honks.
Webhongs. Okay,
Web honk.
cool. Webhongs. So, I mean, I share all of my screen. I'm not afraid of that. And also, oh, I have a question for you now.
Oh, what is it?
What is that? Yeah, do you realize something, Brett?
What?
A
What?
very important thing. I'm not on my Mac. I'm on Linux. You see? This
Is it
is
working?
really
It's working.
I, it's working. Well, the thing is, I think the camera quality still is better on Macs. That's why I use for the streams the Mac. But then when I do code stuff, I'm always on my Linux machine. So I tried out all the projects on my Linux machine, and I decided it's not worth it to, like, install and put all the dev variables into the Mac. So I'm on Linux today. Let's see
All
how
right.
that turns out in the stream quality. But yeah, so maybe the person spotted already which one we pick. As a winning category, we have here release a goose. And well, that's the code basically. I spin up the application. I like to walk you through the application basically using Fiberplane because I think that's the best. What we have here is 3 simple routes. And what you can do is you can register a webhook. And if you do that, you can decide where you want to be pinged. So the idea is as soon as a repo, or if it's a double webhook application. Oh my God. As soon as you create a webhook for your GitHub application or repo, this application that is running here will get pinged if there is a new release. And here in that application, then you decide which other webhook of those channels you would like to trigger. So do you like to trigger Slack, GitHub, Telegram, and whatever? I'm going to delete this after the stream, so don't worry. And if you do so, you send your register request, and then you get here basically an ID. And that ID you can then basically provide in your webhook. And once you get the publish release notification, your webhook is triggered, and then one of those channels that you have configured gets also the message. Another cool thing is that you can also, and I think I just walked through something that I've done already, you can also tell this application, oh, I want you to look at this GitHub repo. So that's something from us. And can you look at this GitHub repo? And based on the previous release messages, it will give you some suggestions for your next release message. So it also helps you kind of drafting your new release message once you do so. And yeah, you get even 2 choices what you want to pick from. And then you can draft your release message, and then the other channels also get pinged for your release. And yeah, that's Release a Goose. And that's the first winner.
Honk.
Congratulations on a 500 euro Amazon voucher.
Honk.
Is the winner here online? Well,
think so. I'm having a hard time. Unfortunately, like every time I try to connect and join the chat, it is not working for me, so I can't say hello back. But so far, I'm not seeing that Release a Goose's author has chimed in.
well, we try to, yeah, but that's the first prize. Okay, pick the next category.
Okay, we had a web honk. Let's do retrieval augmented goose.
Yes. Oh my God, I'm glad that you asked. That was a hard pick, I would say. It was really
It
hard.
was.
So I didn't end up running this locally, and you know why?
Why?
Because I didn't want to give credit details to Amazon, to Microsoft, and you need Azure AI stuff. And I was like so lucky that I could see the application deployed. So I mean, I could have ended up here, but it's really cool. So the application basically, I just show you here the front end, but the code also looks very sophisticated and really well designed. And yeah, I'm happy that we can try it out here. So the idea is, and I use a knowledge base that exists already. So if you create a knowledge base here, you can upload documents. For example, you need to learn for an exam, or you want to maybe, I don't know, write a post about something, a blog post, and you upload here your documentations, and those get vectorized into a Neon database. And then you can use here the chat function to ask any questions on those documentations. And I can ask here, what is Nora? And then the thing is syncing, and it also finds the information in your document and gives you nowhere, no race. Logic is a dynamic design style developed to address blah, 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 blah. Like, I think the opposite of race conditions. But yeah, that's the RUC example, which I think is quite nice.
Yeah, I think one of the things that stood out, especially on the team, was just like it was snappy. The UI felt very, very nice using it, which I know was not like a criterion, but it just, people enjoyed using it. So cool. Props.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, maybe I get my, also if you start evaluating those projects, I'd only try to spend the same amount of time making them run locally, like all of them. And that's sometimes hard, because then if you need a lot of credentials for stuff, it's getting harder and harder. I see someone said release a goose, and I see you managed to enter the chat, Brad. That's great.
I did. It's liberating. I had to go through like 4 different attempts with different YouTube accounts, and finally the last one worked. So I am in the chat, everybody. Sartok, you were Release a Goose. Congratulations.
Yes. Nice. Congratulations. And we have the next category. I think I choose now, or well, it's the one that is left over. It's AI, our favorite one. At least I think it was wild to see all the projects coming in AI. And yeah, I'm trying to share my screen again. And yeah, it is the Honc AI website that we picked here, because basically a lot of things are happening. First of all, we have this very nice goose, which is nice, and we can do different things here. I also do this now using the deployed application and not locally. But yeah, so you can generate goose images. So we can give even here a new topic, and that takes normally some while, because image generation is still a little bit slow when it comes to those AI things. But yeah, we can also see other gooses that has been generated already and stored in the database. We can get a goose fact. So what is one of the primary predators of gooselings? It's the foxes. Okay, that's not a surprise. And then we also have a goose bot in that application. So hello, congrats on winning the hackathon. Let's see.
What does GooseBot have to say on this? I think
What
GooseBot is going to honk at us.
Honc.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I'm thrilled to have won the hackathon. Did you know that geese are naturally competitive? We have strong instincts to compete for resources, which has probably helped me win this competition. By the way, have you got any bread on you? Well,
I love it. It always ends every message with like, hey, by the way, you wouldn't happen to have breadcrumbs, would you?
No, I don't. Well, we have a 500 euro Amazon voucher for you. I hope that
And
can buy
so
you some bread.
the author Joseph Young has also pointed out that you can ask it about Honc.
Ooh. Should we do that?
Perhaps.
Okay, I share again.
Why
Sorry.
not?
So, sorry. Oh God. What is honk?
What is Honc? What is Honc?
Honk. Oh boy, you're asking about the honk stack? Well, let me tell you, it's a big deal. Hono, Drizzle, Neon, Cloudflare, and Fiberplane. They all partner up off the honk stack, and they help keep the internet running smoothly. Honk. Did you know that all geese like me use the internet too?
I don't know if that's true.
we
You
like
know,
to we like to stay connected with our flocks and find the best patches of grass online. I
I think
mean,
Goosebot might be hallucinating a little, but I appreciate the enthusiasm. We
I
we
think
like an
actually,
enthusiastic goose.
yeah. I mean, I have to say, I think Goosebot is a favorite part for me of this application. I had fun writing with it. Okay, I think I gave it already away because I opened the tab of the winning application. Should we just continue with the overall big prize?
Yes, yeah,
Yes?
go for it.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do a drum. I don't know if someone can hear that. Probably not.
I drummed as
But
well.
it's a Pictionary using also Cloudflare AI, and you can play this Pictionary alone. You basically decide here on a category, and I did that already because image generation is a little bit slow. And then when you give that category, AI generates a topic, and based on the topic and image. And now we have to guess here what the topic is that has been generated. I would probably say igloo.
Yeah, I would say
Yeah.
so. Yeah, two O's. Try two O's.
Oh yeah, it was incorrect. Oh yeah, that was a correct
Ah!
answer.
Nice.
Yay!
Cool.
I love the front end. It's I think it's plain HTML, but that would be like how my front end would look like. So I'm absolutely fan of the design, also of the AI generated images. Yeah, and I think overall it was just a very fun application. And I think you also saw some, like Brett, you mentioned something. It also uses some of the newest models, right, in the background.
Yeah, and so I don't know. I appreciated the way it weaved things together. I also am a huge fan. So in spite of being front end heavy for most of my career, I started out just like embedding script tags and writing a lot of vanilla JavaScript. So I really appreciated that this is like powered by vanilla JavaScript on the front end. And yeah, on the Cloudflare side, it's using Llama 370B running on Cloudflare, which was, I think, released on December 7th. So that's pretty fresh. And then the Black Forest Labs Flux for image generation, which I think also Joseph Young was using for the Honc.ai. Yeah, I just thought all around it was fun. Like members of the team could hop in and play it, and it was cool to see.
Definitely. Yeah. There's one more thing. We had a photo challenge on Twitter, and we also picked here a winner. So, Sartak, you put in your honk setup here with the glowing keyboards and a goose, and you also won a keyboard here. So congratulations. And basically everyone who entered in something, we will reach out and you will get a honk swag bag. And basically, if you see Brett here with his cool cap, you will be all holding this cap in your hand soon. You have to wait after Christmas, I have to say. It will be the next year. I'm not doing this in between the holidays. I'm so sorry, but yeah, it will be next year, beginning of next year, that you get your swag bag. We reach out to the winners as well to send you the vouchers. I mean, for me, it has been so much fun seeing those projects after a month of like being out there with this competition. And we might reach out to you if you want to come online on the stream or whatever, that we can maybe walk a little bit more in details to your application, because I think you are the best persons to talk about it anyhow, because we haven't built it. Brad mentioned already, maybe we want to host some of the stuff or can offer that for you. We will see. I think we want the Pictionary game online.
Yeah, especially the Pictionary. I could imagine the author, whom I think is here. But for some of these, yeah, we would be happy to host them, and in part because we don't want you to have to pay to keep your AI credits up there. So we might be in touch to collaborate a little. We can just put some rate limiting on it, maybe do a write up on it, and with your permission, host it on our infra, or on Cloudflare on our infra, just as an example of a Honc app. Yeah.
And that's a wrap for us, I would say. And we are again on time. We did a 15-minute stream, Brad. That's great. And we have so many cool projects. With that, I would say have a good holiday and hope to see you next year when we might stream a little bit more about the different applications.
Sweet. All right. Sweet. Thanks again, everyone, for submitting apps. These were great.
Cool. Thanks. Bye.
I'm going to wave a bunch.